Just as Mia hastily pressed Kotlastva, Chrysalixian for send, her fingers trembled on the keyboard. The progress bar crawled 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%. She could hear the orc's heavy elephant-like steps starting to draw closer, the metallic door squeaking, ready to break open. Her heart pounded in her throat, reaching 98%, 99%, 100%. In a split second, she discreetly resumed her tied-up position, her wrist now subtly freed. The orc took another look at her with disdain and a hint of amusement, completely unaware that her wrist was already liberated. The fate of the resistance now hung in the balance, dependent on whether the message was received in time. This was such a desperate gamble, sending the message on the Chrysalixian communicator right under Zorvak's nose. Mia's heart was still pounding heavily, but she kept up a vulnerable composure to fool the orc general. It was her only hope of getting word out to the Shadow Squad. However, this was only step 1 of her daredevil task. Now she needed a step 2, initiating another trick up her sleeve. A hidden shadow beacon, cleverly concealed within the lining of her uniform. The shadow beacon was tiny, no more than a disguised button, but its potential was huge, a beacon of hope in these tough times. As Mia pressed it to her temple, a faint low-frequency hum began, gently vibrating against her skin. This device was a marvel of human technology, essentially a mind reader and a signal transmitter. It transmits your mental images directly through your mind to your allies. No typing, no texting, just focus on your thoughts. Mia closed her eyes, gathering all her focus, and a detailed layout map of the labyrinthine hallways appeared in her mind's eye. The biochemical signals from her brain were converted into a digital frequency. With a delicate hack installed in the Chrysalixian communicator during step 1, this particular frequency became a blind spot for the Chrysalixian system. It remained undetectable to their technology and their less than sharp hearing, transmitting secretly to her allies. Outside Zorvak's office, the base bustled with activity, the Chrysalix warriors oblivious to the silent communication being transmitted right under their noses. A soft but persistent buzz unnoticed by the orcs cut through the stifling air. Hum, hum, hum. The dim melody of hope quietly seeping through the cell, reverberating off the cold metallic hallways, echoing across the endless expanse of the deep maroon desert and the dark purple sky, across the unforgiving wasteland lit up by the 2 crescent moons, toward the eager ears of the Shadow Squad's hidden outpost. Mia could hear the distant clanking of machinery and the occasional roar of engines. The sounds of an army primed for war thundered through the air. Meanwhile, deep in the heart of the wastelands, within a covert bunker obscured by the rubble of forgotten battles, the Shadow Squad came to life. The subtle hum of Mia's shadow beacon pulsated through their hidden sanctuary, stirring the air with a sense of urgency. Under the flickering lights, screens blinked to life, casting a pale glow on the faces of those gathered. The decoded message unfurled on the display, revealing the harrowing details of General Zorvak's impending attack, along with an intricate map of the maze-like hallways inside the Chrysalix base. Around the screens, the resistance fighters, a motley crew of hardened humans and representatives from various other livestock species, leaned in. Their expressions shifted rapidly from disbelief to a hardened resolve. Among them were beings who had defied incredible odds, humans bearing the scars of past battles, alongside creatures whose appearances were as diverse as their stories. There was Tharik, a tall and slender Volnari, his skin shimmering with a metallic sheen, and Grix, a stout Tormian, his fur bristled in anticipation. Zorvak is moving faster than we anticipated, extending their targeted harassment into a full-scale attack. Commander Rael, a grizzled human with a streak of gray running through his hair, broke the silence. His voice, though calm, carried the weight of many battles. Beside him, a young human lady, Lyra, her eyes sharp and analytical, scanned the message. "We have less than a day before they launch the attack. We need to mobilize now." The room buzzed with a low murmur of voices as plans began to form. Maps of the wastelands and the surrounding territories were projected onto the wall, glowing lines indicating strategic points and potential ambush sites. "I suggest we split into 2 units, proposed Tharik, the tall Volnari, his voice resonating with a calm certainty. One to sabotage their armory, and another to intercept the main force. Grix, the stout Tormian, growled in agreement, his clawed fingers tapping against the metal table. Our allies in the east have been waiting for an opportunity to strike. This could be it. Commander Rael nodded, considering the options. We need to be swift and precise. Any mistake could cost us dearly. Lyra, the human lady still poring over the message, added, Mia's map suggests there's a weakness in their southern flank. We could use that to our advantage. The group leaned in, examining Mia's map more closely. Commander Rael chimed in with a determined tone. The south flank is indeed our best bet, as Lyra pointed out. It's less guarded and closer to their command chamber, where Mia is being held captive, along with the cells of other captives in that general area. Our main squad's primary focus is rescue. Theric and Grix lead the side flank from the east, confiscate the armory quickly. Speed is crucial. Let's strike preemptively, hitting them before their attack even begins. Strike hard, sabotage their weapons, and create chaos. Let's also transmit the message back to Mia. She will need to wreak some serious havoc from within the base on her way out and paralyze their command. Yo-ho! The team cheered in agreement with their signature shout-out, commencing in lightning speed into action mode. Outside, the wasteland stretched endlessly, the maroon desert and dark purple sky a silent witness to the brewing storm. The 2 crescent moons hung low, casting a faint light on the bunker's hidden entrance. The night was still, but beneath that calm, a fierce determination simmered, ready to erupt into action. The Shadow Squad, united by a common goal, stood ready to challenge the might of the Chrysalics and alter the course of the war.